Hey, what's up, guys? Here at the gym. It's Saturday, 6 o'clock. Not really wanting to work out today, but you know, got to do what I got to do, put in the work. Otherwise, I'm not going to get the results I want. So, something to keep in mind, you guys. I mean, you know, it is Saturday and the sun's shining, and I just want to nap all day long. So, I did nap half the day. Don't get me wrong. But so anyway, here I am. I got to do legs. So, I'm going to have a training video for you guys today, and we're going to train legs. I wanted to, before I get started, I wanted to throw a couple things that I do in my training at you, so when you start watching the video, kind of understand what I'm doing. So basically, I train rest pause. I've been doing this for a little over a year now. So my trainer, Donnie Whetstone, he's an IFBB pro. He's got a gym in Olympia. So anyway, this is the way he trains, and he turned me on to this. So I've been training that way for a while now. And what we do is we do one set of one exercise, excuse me. So on that one exercise, because like I said before, we're training to muscle failure in each exercise because we don't have all the time in the world. You know, I used to love going to the gym for 2 hours a day when I was younger, and I loved it, and I still love it. But I have a family, I work, you know, everybody needs me at all times, it seems like. I don't have the time for that. So I got to get in and get out, and that's what I do. So that being said, with the rest pause training, so what I do is whatever body parts, and this is with every exercise. I'm going to start off and I'm going to do 8 to 15 reps, okay? Somewhere in there. I'm going to rack the weight. Now I'm going to unrack the weight and I'm going to give 3 reps. I'm going to rack the weight. And then I'm going to unrack it and give it another 3 reps. So it's basically 1 set and 2 microsets. Now, I can knock out those 3 reps in one time if I do, let's say 8. I rack it, then I do 6 or 8. So that way I don't have to do another microset, which I probably will do that on squats today because I'm old, so my joints are a little rough, so I got to bandage everything up and put wraps on and all that stuff. And by the time I get to the third 3, you know, my legs don't have much blood in them at that point. So I'll probably do it on something like that. But anyway, so that's rest pause training. It's been around a long time. And it's worked wonders for me. When we train, I don't know if I've said this before, but training in bodybuilding, you're not a power lifter. You need to have weight, you need to have volume, and you need to have intensity for bodybuilding training. But you gotta have weight. You can't use little weights. But that being said, because you're not, you know, my breaks, especially when I'm with my trainer, because I don't re-rack the weight, I don't do anything, I go from one exercise to the next. My biggest exercise might be, you know, 30-second rest, if that. And that's only because I'm doing an exercise that needs to have a bunch of plates loaded up on it. So there is no break. I'm still burnt from the last exercise. So today, it's not going to be as bad because I don't have my trainer here and I'm trying to explain stuff and show you guys things and how I train. So it's still going to be intense and it's still going to be really hard, but my normal training days are a lot more intense than even this. So, but back to the weight thing, don't worry about the weight you're pushing, okay? The weight will come with time, period. If you're worried about the weight that you're pushing as a bodybuilder, you know, it's going to hold you back. And I still fall into that category. Like yesterday, I had arms with Donnie, and I had to do a couple drop sets because, you know, which is a good thing. I'm there for muscle failure. That's what I want. I'm there to rip the fibers and just destroy my muscles. That's why I'm there. But in my head, oh man, I had to do a drop set. When I do a drop set, I'm meaning, okay, so I got the 8 reps. Okay, I rack it, I re-rack it, I get the 3. Well, maybe I only get 2 of those 3. If I only get 2 of those 3, I pull weight off. Those 3 don't count, and I start over again. And that's the way that works. So sometimes in a lot of exercises, I'll do my 8. Sometimes I don't even get 8. Sometimes I might get 5. But I'll end up doing a lot of reps just to complete the exercise. But that is the goal. But in my mind, it kind of knocks me down a peg or 2 because I feel like I'm using little weights, which I'm really not. But again, don't get sidetracked with that, you guys. Don't worry about the weight. It needs to be heavy enough weight for you. And you need to be dialed in on your weight too for this kind of training to work. But don't worry about the weights. That will come later, okay? If you're worried about how much weight you're pushing, become a power lifter. Don't be a bodybuilder, okay? I think it's about it. So what I'm gonna do from at this point is I usually get up on the treadmill for about 5 to 10 minutes and just walk on it. I just wanna get the blood in there. I just wanna zone myself out, because when I go into a gym, a light switches. And once that light switches on, I'm on, period. Don't matter how I'm feeling. And I've said this before, that on some of my worst days where I really don't want to go to the gym, I'm super tired, don't feel good, those are the days that I have the best workouts. And why? Is because I go on that treadmill and I concentrate on what I'm going to do during this training session. And that's what that's for me. It's to warm up, yes, but it's mainly to get focused. So once I'm focused, I'm on. I'm not paying attention to anything else in the gym on around me at all. I'm focused on my exercise and the weights, period. People know not to really talk to me because they're not, they know what I'm doing. So not that I'm being mean or anything like that. People know, and that's how you should be when you're in a gym. So like I said before, this is precious time. That if you're trying to build muscle and you're trying to have goals to build more muscle, you only have a certain amount of time. So don't waste it. Don't waste it on your phone in the gym. Don't be one of those guys sitting on the equipment that I'm trying to use on your phone. Don't be one of those guys, okay? Get your stuff done, get out of there. Not only will you look like a beast, you're gonna get your workout in, you're gonna feel like a beast, and that's just what you wanna do. So again, I'm gonna go warm up on the treadmill, then I'm gonna get started. Another thing I wanna throw too, I used to, the night before a workout, I would sit there and I would stay up half the night. What am I gonna do tomorrow? Okay, well, I'm gonna start off with, I'm gonna do chest and back, and I'm gonna do my bench press, then I'm gonna switch over and I'm gonna do pull-ups, back to back. And I have this all planned out and mapped out before I went to the gym. There's nothing wrong with that. But those days I was also working an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym. So nowadays, I don't like myself knowing what exercise I'm gonna do next. And there's 2 reasons for that. One, I don't want my body to get used to it, because I'm doing all these same exercises all the time, but my body thinks it's something different every time I do it, because I might do it at the beginning of my workout, I might do it at the end of my workout, and so on and so forth. But the other reason is you're in a gym. There might be somebody sitting on there on your phone on the calf machine, and you need the calf machine right now, and there's a guy sitting on their phone. So you have to compromise. Okay, well, I'm gonna do calves. Oh, can't do calves, he's on there, so I'm gonna do seated calves. Stuff like that. So that's kind of how I run things now. When I'm training with Donnie, obviously he has everything mapped out for me, and I don't know what it is, and I try guessing sometimes. Sometimes I'm right, but for the most part I'm wrong. He gets a kick out of that. But yeah, so as far as what we're gonna start yet, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna start with first exercise. But I know I'm gonna kill it, and I know at the end of it, I'm gonna kill it. I know that. I'm gonna give it 110%, and then we're gonna be done. And I'm gonna eat a buttload of tacos tonight. So anyway, you guys, stay tuned. I'll be with you in a short period of time. Okay, guys. So when I'm training like this, I only do one warm-up set, well, one warm-up exercise. So basically, I'm gonna start off with a bar, do 10. I'll do 10 with a plate. Then I'll do probably 5 with 2 plates. I'll probably do 3 with a plate and a half. And then my working set will be 3 plates. So I'll do 8, 3, 3. So that's all the warm-up you really need to do. I'm not gonna do a warm-up with every exercise that I do. I just don't do that. So anyways, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just warming up. And once we start, we don't stop. So on the warm-ups, this is not about the muscle at this point, only about the joints. We worry about the muscle in our working set. So I just need to get blood in the joints for safety reasons. So that's why that's all I'm concerned about right now. Now I need to wrap up my knees because I'm an old guy. That's what sucks about wrapping them up though. By the time you do your first set, you go on to your next one, your legs are like dead. Just because of the no blood part. That's one thing that sucks about the rest pause with this. So I'll probably just try to do 8, 6. All right guys, leg extension time, just got done with squats. The important thing on a leg extension is I'm going to start off at the bottom every single rep. The eccentric action on one of these is better than the actual push. So you're gonna see me do it nice and slow. I'm gonna be squeezing, and I'm gonna be squeezing off on everything, okay? You're gonna see that with a lot of stuff with my hack squats, with leg press. I'm not gonna power through it, I'm gonna squeeze through it. That's the important thing. So I'm gonna get started. Light touch on the bottom too. Don't let that weight hit hard. That's part of the eccentric. That exercise is done. Ready? All right guys, hack squat time. So when I do these, again, it's all about the eccentric acid, or the eccentric action. So I'm gonna slowly let that weight go down. I'm gonna touch the bottom, light touch. Okay, nobody should be hearing my weights clatter at all if I'm doing it right. Again, that's not always gonna happen, but the best of my ability. My feet are gonna be close together because what I'm working right here is my sweep. I want that nice sweep in my hamstrings to be seen when I'm doing side poses. So that's what I'm working for, is that sweep. Yep, let's get started. There it is. All right guys, finishing up with leg extensions. The upstairs closed. There's a couple things I do upstairs. Anyway, that's how far we're going for quads today. So you might ask yourself, well, we only had 4 or 5 exercises, or however many it was. It's not very much. The question is, how does your quads feel? That's what you need to be saying after every workout. How does the muscle feel? If the muscle feels it, you did what you need to do. So remember that part. If you don't feel it in the muscle, you just waste your time. Oh, anyway, here I go. All right guys, now starting off my hamstrings, already did a warm-up exercise. I'm doing wide stance on the leg press, and what you're gonna see me do is you're gonna see me put a piece of or a 2x4 up there. What I'm trying to do, so I wanna get as high as I can on here, but I'm pushing with my heels. You're not gonna see me do full reps either, because the hamstring, the movement of the hamstring is just a small movement. So you're gonna actually, you're gonna see me touching my hamstrings. What I'm doing is I'm looking for that activation. Once I got that activation, I'm pumping it. And that's all we're doing. So let's get started. So remember guys, it's all about the stretch and the contraction. This is a stretching exercise, so I'm stretching out my hamstrings. That's all I'm doing with weight. Stay connected to the dumbbells. Remember, you're not taking a break, you're just relieving the weight. Get it? All right guys, that's hamstrings. Gonna finish off some calves. I don't know if I said this before either, but I do calves every day. So I just do one set at the end of every workout every day because the calves are a lacking body part of mine. It's come up a long ways from doing that, but it's one of those muscles you can train every day, just like abs. But you can't overdo abs too with bodybuilding. You don't want to get them too big. But calves, you can train calves every day. And I got it. So I have extremely large legs, my quads are pretty big, my hamstrings are big, I got these little tiny calves. They're not so little anymore, but I had to really concentrate on it. So anyway, let's get to the calves and we're done for the day. All right guys, so calf raises now. When you're doing your calf raises, you're gonna pivot the ball of your foot on your machine, whatever you are doing. So I'm gonna move it like this. Now, on calves I do a lot more than 8, so I'll probably do 30 to 50, and then I'm gonna rack it. I'm gonna do 10 to 15, 10 to 15, and then calves are done. So that's how I do that. Anyway, let's get started. That's it, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? So just finished my leg workout. This is my son, Alan Jr. here. playing with this Hulk toy. So that was a pretty brutal workout. Legs always are. Love it. I didn't feel it today, like I told you guys. But again, what else did I tell you guys? When you don't feel like it, that's when I have the best workouts. So, and I had a great workout. My legs are toast right now. They're right where they need to be. So some of you guys might think, wow, that's not enough exercise. How is it? Well, check this out. My legs are one of my best body parts. Okay. They're that way for a reason. It's because of how I train. Genetics has a large role in it too. Like my back is, genetics, my shoulders and stuff. And I never had a chest before I started working out, and now I got a chest, So I didn't have genetics for a chest. I also didn't have genetics for calves, like I said, so I have to do calves every day. But the whole point of bodybuilding is symmetry. Everything has got to be proportionate. Big, but proportionate. So on something like my legs, I don't want to overdo it, because if I overdo it, my legs will be too big, and you'll notice it in my calves, okay? Because and then the symmetry's gone. Again, bodybuilding is about symmetry. So certain things you got to do according to what your body is looking like. So if you're going in and blasting out biceps every single day, and you got big biceps but no shoulders, no triceps, no nothing else, that's not bodybuilding, okay? So everything's got to be symmetrical, because that's what they judge you on. They judge you on your symmetry. So anyway, that being said, it was a really good workout. My legs are toast. I activated all the fibers, and that's what it's about, activating the fibers. Even on those days, there's some days I go to the gym and I just I'm giving it my all, but I just don't have the strength. Like yesterday with arms, for example, which is normally arms. I don't do many drop sets. I even did a drop set on the video with my last leg extension exercise. But so it's all about activating those fibers, okay? If you activate the fibers, you're getting your money, and that's what it's about. So so that was legs. Coming soon. I start my prep in 1 week, okay? Luckily, I talked it over with Donnie, and he shed some light on a few things, and I was going to show you guys exactly what I'm eating, calories, and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to still tell you about diet, but I'm going to leave a lot of that up in the air. And the reason why is because my competitors are going to be watching me. And that's important. You don't want to give too much out, because they got 10 weeks to catch up. So you want to be hidden for that 10 weeks. Now, when I'm 2 or 3 weeks out, I'm going to show you guys what I look like. But from here on out, you're pretty much going to see me wearing a sweatshirt, especially when I start my prep. And I'm going to stay hidden. That's part of the war of it, be a surprise, So anyway, that's what I'm going after. I will do a diet thing, and I'm going to elaborate more on that when I get closer to my show, because if they're not up to par 3 weeks out, they're not going to get there. So I'm doing this to win, and that's just that. I'm doing this to win. I'm not going for second place, third, fourth. I'm doing this for first place. So I need to put 100% into it, and I need to think about all the things that could and might not happen. So anyway, you guys have a good night, Saturday night. I will see you again next week. We will probably do another training video next week. So I'm gonna show you guys a training video on each body part. Next week, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do yet, but it'll be something different. I'll also be making some shorts here soon, and we'll get some more material on there. But you guys can like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I mean, the views is what I want. I want to help you guys. I'm here to help you. You got questions, throw it in the comments. I'll get right back to you. Let's build some muscle together. Later, guys.